I can tell you something, they certainly don't make them like this anymore. Welcome back. So I got this beauty a couple of years ago, and I thought I'd give you a quick look, a closer look at this big, elegant folding camera. So like this example, you can still pick up these cameras in very good condition. The Voigtlander Bessa one is a 6x9 folding viewfinder camera made, I think, from around 1949 until about 1957. I'm not entirely certain when I looked this up, but I think that's about the time period. So in any case, it's pretty old, but very robust and beautifully made. Now I do have other medium format cameras, but what I didn't have was one that can produce glorious 6x9 negatives. Now if you think about it, this produces pictures or negatives that are 6 times as big as a 35mm frame. So you're going to get about 6 times as many of those glorious molecules of silver halide available to make big, beautiful pictures. Now when these were originally produced, they came with a 6x4 or 6x4.5 mask that locks into the film bay. Now mine didn't have that, and the majority that you'll buy on eBay, for example, won't have those with them. So if you do spot one that has that mask, then that'll be a good purchase. But I really didn't need that because I've got other cameras that fulfill that size. For me, I just wanted those gigantic negatives. They were calling out to me. So as you can see here, most of the controls are around the lens, aperture, shutter speed, cocking the shutter. But this was actually made in 2 different types. There was a 3-element f4.5 Vascar, which this is, and a f3.5 color Scopar Tessa type. Now it doesn't have a light meter. I use the one on my phone, and I attach a range meter to it as well. So as you can see here, I'm testing for any leaks in the bellows. Of course, I need the lights completely off, but the bellows on these models appear to be pristine. So really, really well made. Has a little handle there, leather handle, to carry it around, and when you open it, you can see the little red window there, which is supposed to block the light for black and white photography. Not sure if it works as well for colour photography, but it's certainly never been a problem with any film I've used. There's a little tab here on a spring to help get the film roll out, and you wind the film clockwise. You can see the shutter speed there from 1 second to 1/250th of a second. So you are tending towards the smaller apertures with this camera. Silky smooth operation there on the shutter, and also on the aperture, as I'll show you in a moment. So set everything. This is a camera that you're going to use very carefully, and you're only going to have, 8 pictures on 6x9. Cock the shutter, and there it is. Very, very quiet, not obtrusive at all. Wind it on, cock the shutter, and off you go. So this particular example is in excellent condition, and all the shutter speeds work very accurately. It's also got a bulb mode and a self timer, but I haven't really used that very much, but I know it does work on this example. The aperture is from f4.5 to f22, so a reasonable range of aperture there. So just to show you some of the slower shutter speeds on this, and you can see the aperture blades there, beautifully clear lens. Now you'll rarely get to aperture f4.5 on this camera because of the slower shutter speeds, but you can still get some desirable bokeh because 4.5 is not bad for a medium format camera. So when looking at the back of the camera, there is a switch you can toggle to correct for parallax. So, you know, depending on if you've got the mask in or not, or for closer up shots. So when you're closing down the camera, just pull on the brackets there, the articulation where that red spot is. I usually put it into infinity, but you don't have to. And when you open it up again, just push those brackets straight and it holds itself really well. So it's a great camera to carry around. It's not small, but it is certainly much more portable than other medium format cameras that you'd have seen, which are the size of small tanks, my Mamiya C330 to name a good example. But let me show you some of the pictures I've taken with this, and I would really recommend this camera, so enjoy.